Hello, this is Nick from Breaker Press Games, and in this episode of DCC Basics, we are going to talk about Clerics and Lay on Hands. All right. Before we get into the main subject at hand, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment down below because it pushes things in the algorithms. You know the drill. Additionally, if you want to support Breaker Press Games further, the best thing that you can do is become a member on Patreon. You get cool stuff in the mail, like recent things included Altar of Embers, which is a short adventure, or Night Falls on Hillwood, which is carousing rules for the town of Hillwood, or class guides like the Prowler. Upcoming things include another pamphlet for a giant called Ogrith, a class based on a Sawbones or Barber Surgeon type concept, as well as a standard map, a brand new beautiful standard map. Additionally, if Patreon is not your speed, go check out stuff on the Goodman Games web store, Exalted Funeral, Drive-Thru-RPG, itch.io, or on the Breaker Press web store. In fact, the Standard Courier Volume 2 is going to go onto the Breaker Press web store for pre-order probably later today. So, let's get into it. Let's talk about Clerics and Lay on Hands. So, if you're watching this, you're probably familiar with Clerics already from Dungeons & Dragons or Pathfinder or whatever, but in Dungeon Crawl Classics, Clerics heal the faithful, and the faithful is important, by making a spell check. A cleric may lay on hands to heal damage to any living creature. So they can't heal undead, animated objects, extraplanar creatures, constructs such as golems, and that matters. The spell check is a d20 modified by personality and level. So a level 5 cleric is going to get a +5 onto that roll. A level 2 cleric is going to get a +2 onto that roll. Failure increases disapproval range. So just like casting any other spell, clerics incur disapproval by failing because they're letting down their god. Now, I do have a full video on disapproval that I'll make sure to link over here so that you can get the breakdown on that. And then when you cast the spell, you need to roll a 12+ with modifiers in order to get any sort of effect. And then just like anything else in DCC, the higher you roll, the more effective that it is. So, things that you should know. Healing is always a number of hit dice determined by the character or creature that's being healed. So, for example, if you were healing a 3d8 hit die bear, and you rolled high enough that you could heal 4 hit dice worth, the bear is a 3 hit dice creature. You can only heal up to 3 hit dice. You're healing a first level thief. Doesn't matter how high you roll, that thief is only going to get 1 hit dice worth of healing back. Additionally, that hit dice is based upon, or that healing is based upon their hit dice in terms of a thief has a d6 for their hit dice every level, and so you're going to be rolling d6s, whereas a warrior has d12, and so you're going to roll d12s. So it is all dependent on the creature that you are healing or the character that you are healing. The number of dice cannot exceed the recipient's level or HD, regardless of the roll. So that was what I was just breaking down right there. Now, the cleric can also heal conditions such as broken bones or paralysis or poison or disease, deafness and blindness, and they are scaled. So, for example, a broken bone is only like 2 hit dice worth of healing, whereas deafness or blindness is 4 hit dice, if I remember correctly, worth of healing. So, if somebody, let's say you have an encounter and things go really bad, and a character has been left, depleted on hit points, as well as having a broken bone and blindness. That is 3 separate lay on hands rolls, because you're going to have to roll 1 for the hit points, 1 for the blindness, and 1 for the broken bone. So keep that in mind. It's not just like an all lump sum. The more times that you roll your attempts to heal, the greater chance you have of rolling low and increasing your disapproval range and ultimately incurring disapproval. So you can heal all day long until you roll below that disapproval range. So, other things that you should know. What's this other thing? Oh yeah, most important thing I mentioned at the beginning: the faithful. So, clerics, their chart is modified based on whether the character that they are healing or the creature they're healing is the same alignment, an adjacent alignment, or the opposed alignment. So, for example, if you are lawful and you want to heal a chaotic character, you are basically doing an affront to your god, unless you can really justify it. The effectiveness of your healing is going to be lower, and additionally, the judge should give you some manner of increased disapproval range just for the act of healing a chaotic creature if you are lawful, or vice versa if you're chaotic and the creature is lawful. The neutral clerics, they if you want to be meta about it, you are going to have the greatest luck because essentially lawful or chaotic are both adjacent. That is where you might get into, if you are a savvy judge, thinking about, okay, what are the spheres of influence of that god, and do they act in opposition to those of the god of the person, the god of the character being healed. So keep that in mind. But that's really like a campaign play kind of thing. But that is the basics of how Lay on Hands works. It's a little different than other incarnations of D&D or D&D-like games. And I think it's a really cool part of the Clerics in Dungeon Crawl Classics. Very important thing to know. So hopefully this video was useful. I already gave you the breakdown. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Live fully, die gloriously. Thank you for supporting indie games and indie game designers. I will talk to you all soon.